So we've got our motor, it's free. This one doesn't happen to have the large adapter piece on it, but it should be very similar to what you've got going on. What I'm first gonna do is, basically all we need to do is undo these screws, which you guys already did, and you guys understand this. Once you have these out, this is where things are going to change from what you guys did. First, we're going to separate, keep these bottom pieces together, take this top part off, kind of wiggling it so that this rotor stays down in there. So then I put this down, keep pushing here, and you can pull this off. Once that is free, you'll see your brushes on either side, your bare wire. On the back side, right here is your spring, and there's little coils up here. So this spring is starting around here, coiled, goes up and around and then over to here as well. And you'll see that on both sides of the rotor. That's our spring, rolled up here, rolled up here. So what I do to take this apart, if you ever need to, there should be no reason to, but you'll hold the brushes back in place and you'll pull your rotor straight out. And you'll notice there are little bushings here. Take those out, put those aside. So we're going to release one at a time here. When you reinstall these, this copper wire needs to be freely moving back and forth like so. So make sure not to have the wire around the back side like that, because then you'll run into problems. Make sure to have it above, just like that. To take these out, just do that, out like so. And there is your spring. So if you pulled that out, this spring looks like a dog bone. It likely got stuck to the rotor or is stuck inside of there somewhere. Typically it's, along the side or something like that. You can get that out of there. Get it picking the hook, kind of like so. And when you put this in, there's really only one way that it's gonna work. And so what I'm doing is I'm seeing which way it's rolled. So when you put this in there, you want it to roll like so. I'm gonna put it in there like that. See how it's offset on the bottom, like on this third here? There's the center, there's to my right, your left. So that part towards where the rotor is going to be. Put in like that. You can take your brush now, drive that back in. Make sure your copper piece is up above here. And you've got your spring. To hold that in place while you get your other one, you can wrap your wire behind it. Take your other side, do the same thing, get it all back in order. To get that rotor back in, we're gonna need both of these. Well, we can kind of leave these back so they don't spring out, lose everything that we just did. Pop these actually onto the rotor itself, or armature. And then we're going to push that. That's gonna go into place. I'm gonna pull these, it's hard to see from your angle. Try and tilt it up and do this, might be kind of a challenge. Pull the brushes back out. now, once we're there, spring these back up into place like so. You're gonna make sure that's located. Here's where the wires come out, your little pigtail. So run your finger through there, put it on the top, because if you run this down, it's gonna pull that armature right back out. So put that right on the tip there, ride this down, just like so. There's a little tab here, little tab there, that matches up with the tab, the recess here. So I'm gonna just take this, put that on like so, jiggle it around so it matches up with the gears here. Snapped into place. You can feel it's not going anywhere. It's nice and flush. All of this together, flipping it over. To get these in, these can be tricky because of the magnets in there. So what I do is basically ride along the wall. So keep them cammed to one side as you get close to the bottom, like this. Just feel for it right there. It's hitting the hole, you can feel it. Screw that in. Right there. Now the other side. Both a final snug. Make sure all these are snug. Boom. All right. And basically, I will also send you a video on the coupler service and also on the top tube service. All right, cheers.